The Kenny Smooth Morning Show.
92Q Nashville's R&B and throwbacks. It's the Kenny Smooth Morning Show, and in the building this morning, hey, we had the man that knows all about money.
Yes.
Money. He knows how to build an organization. He knows how to build a company and make it successful, and teach you how to do the same thing.
And it looked like money.
It looked like money, sound like money,
Smell like money.
smell like money. We talking about Damon
It's
John.
money up in here.
Is in this building.
Hey,
What's up? How are you doing, man?
God is good. I am here. I called you last minute, and you said my doors are open to you. Come on in. Whatever you're talking about. So thanks.
Absolutely. You got great stuff going
me.
on, especially with this book, this children's book that
Yes.
you got out. Hey, so first of all, thank you for doing this, because it's teaching financial literacy to kids is something that we got to do. So talk to us. How did this book come about?
Man, thank you so much. So the book is called Little Damon Learns to Earn, and I was really concerned about putting it out, but after being on Amazon, basically the top book in the country, or maybe even the world, for 2 days, and hitting the New York Times, America has voted, so we won. But why did I put it out? I have a little baby girl now. This is my second marriage, and I was tired of reading her books about princesses and ponies, and that maybe one day some prince is going to save her because she's going to have to drop a glass slipper somewhere, or she got to drop her hair out of a towel. He gonna kill a dragon. She better not live with 7 dwarfs. so I wanted to show her and little boy, you don't have to wait for a prince. I want the prince to say, I want you to build your own glass slipper company and or store or building. I want the prince to come in there and go, who own all these glass slippers? And she goes, yeah, I do. And do me a favor, I'll hire you. You're going to start off a minimum wage, but we'll take that all the way up. So that's what I wanted to do. And at the end of the day, as being on this show and being blessed for so many years of being on Shark Tank, the number one issue we have in this country that leads to all sicknesses and incarcerations and various other things is the lack of understanding how money works. And we are not taught how money works in our school system. It is not. It's not a conspiracy. Our school system's running off of 80 years ago when we were in the industrial age, and they taught you shop or various things on how to build, or they taught you how to be a great employee. So if they don't teach you financial intelligence, and then at 17, 18 years old, you can acquire $700,000 worth of student loan debt for a career you're not even certain you want to have, you're not going to pay that off into your 50s and 60s and 70s. And that is the core of this country's problem. And that's why we're a country of renters. And if I can change that narrative right now, because people say, oh, when are you supposed to teach your kids financial intelligence? Well, when do you teach them sports? You put them on the field at 18 years old, never been on the field before, and they got some 400-pound brick-eating dude chasing you with a football? You start at 5, you start at 6, you start at 7, and start having these little conversations with them, and they start to understand how to process money the right way and how to create a business. And that's why I created the book.
Now, David, let me ask you this. Give us your definition of financial intelligence.
I've never been asked that before. Financial intelligence is understanding how the tool of money works and understanding how to constantly use it to the best of your advantage. So these are very simple things on how you can teach children. Number one, if you have a child in your life, you know what? Buy them every single birthday and every single, Christmas, buy them a stock, right? Now, if you give a child a stock at 5 years old, they're going to look at them like, what is this crap?
Right.
So what do I do with my godson? I buy him his little Tonka version of a truck, and I buy him one stock in Caterpillar. It's average about $100, right? And I put that stock in a book, but I take a picture of him, me, the truck, and the stock. By the time he's 15 years old, he will have 20 stocks. We'll take a look at the toys and say, where are the toys right now? How much are they worth? Oh, the stocks are worth $7,000, right? It is a slow integration of understanding that, right? But I'll show you how $3 works. $3, 3,000, 3 million. And we always do it the wrong way. When $3 comes in, the first dollar goes for what you have to pay. Rent, mortgage, whatever. Right? Second is an investment. Investment could be in Apple. Investment could be in curriculum or in education or build your own business. And the third goes to what you would like to have but don't have to have. And if you don't spend all that, put that in number 2. But here's what happens is hardworking people that were never taught financial intelligence. Well, we want to treat ourselves. We go to number 3, first.
Yep.
We never get to number 2, and then 1 is late, so we put it on our credit cards at 18% interest, and it corrodes the entire financial base to who you are. So you talk to Dave Ramsey, he'll say, listen, put away automatic draft of $100 a month, and from 18 to 65, if you keep just doing that, you never look at it, that'll be $1.4 million. That's financial intelligence.
That is amazing. Now, I just did a story on the top 5 today that 80% of people that make below $100,000 are living paycheck to paycheck.
That is accurate.
And is that because of what you just the instruction you just gave us?
That is because
the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because if you look at it, it doesn't mean how much you make; it's how much you save. And Tony Robbins talks about an African American who was born around 1910, I believe. That and the highest paid job is he was a UPS worker, and I think when he passed away, he left $75 million to his family. Tony Robbins writes about it in his last financial book, and it's because he just bought Coca-Cola early and just kept doubling down on it, right? Finance is not sexy. It's something you do, and I made a lot of mistakes. By the way, I almost went bankrupt 2 times when I was broke, and 1 time when I had $10 million liquid in the bank. So it's not about how much you make, how much you save, because the stats are that 65% of athletes and lotto winners are bankrupt 3 years after winning the lotto, leaving the league. Right?
Yeah.
And financial intelligence can also lack in the rich community because why aren't the Teslas and Instagrams and all the largest companies owned by the children of the Fords, the Carnegies, the Roosevelts, and the Mellons? Why? Because the first generation makes it, the second enjoys it, and third destroys it. Because they're trust fund children. Nothing against that. I'm sure many of them are doing okay, but we're not hearing what their forefathers have created, and they don't know anything. That means there's an opportunity for us, though, because here's a good stat. Out of the Ford's top wealthiest 1,000 people, 65% of them are self-made men and women, like the men and women in this room and the men and women listening right now, and the men and women in Nashville who have created massive, massive change, right? So it's all there. We're just going along looking at everybody's sizzle reel on social media instead of their blooper reel. And I have no idea why everybody's skinny, richer than me, and they're all in Jamaica. I don't know where these people work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, But anyway, Little Damon Learns to Earn is here, and this is going to be my legacy. This is it. When I die, I want my children to say, nothing against Fubu and Shark Tank. I want my kids to say, my father started a conversation in this country, and he got celebrities and banks and everybody to say, you know what, Damon's doing it. Why can't we? Yeah. Let's start this education for our children at 5, 6, 7 years old.
Now, I have a grandson. He's 8.
You got a grandson?
Yes.
Man, you bad. Too.
He's
You got
8.
a grandson?
Thank you.
Congratulations on that. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. No disrespect to your grandchildren. You know what I'm saying?
What would be the start of the conversation that I would have for him? Let's say, because we have the fight. He has the savings, but that's about it. So to have a conversation on the level that you're talking about, to start talking to your kids to where they continuously start to understand, what is the first thing that you tell you? How do you start that conversation with them?
But that's the whole purpose of Little Damon Learns to Earn, right? Because you see, a lot of them, I've been blessed enough to have, I think, 3 or 4 New York Times bestsellers, right? But these are big books, right? And these are books for adults, and books either people are going, I don't know if I want to start. I'm too late on. I don't know if I want to do this, right? We're stuck in our ways as adults, right? And it's large, right? It takes you how many hours to read it. This one you can read in literally 5 minutes, and a kid does not want to hear it once. How many times your kid wants to say, "Oh, mommy, dad, read me that book again." And what you do is read this over the course of a year, 2 years, and just like your go-to is, listen, be careful. Don't tell anybody a fib, because remember what happened with the boy who cries wolf, or various other things. You go, you wanna earn that? Well, you wanna get that? Well, what did little Damon and his crew do to get it? Right? Because the kids' minds start opening up, right? They start saying, wait a minute, anything that I buy, I can sell. Anything I do for free to play with, I can get paid for. And when they start to analyze that and understand it, that's the conversation. I've had adults go to me, hey, yo, I'm checking out Little Damon Learns to Earn. I didn't realize it because you put it in such a simple form.
Yeah.
Right? African Americans have been bartering and trading since the beginning of time. There's no different. I mean, we are the top hustlers ever, right?
Agreed.
We just haven't formalized it. A lot of times when I want to invest in one of our brothers and sisters, I can't because they're bringing in their receipts and shoebox and various other things. Because forget not only African Americans, entrepreneurs and people who create businesses, they don't create it because they go, I want to make money. They create it because they go, I'm either going to bring joy to people or I see a problem out there that I have and I thought somebody's going to solve it and nobody did. I'm going to solve it.
So is there somebody out there that you have taken a chance on? Because we all watch Shark Tank.
Absolutely.
We all do.
Yeah, I love it.
And you ask some hard questions.
Yeah.
And if they're unsure or, they're just like, I don't have the answer for you, you're usually out because you're like, you're not ready.
Right.
Is there somebody that you have put your trust in and your time and your money and your investment that you said you're not ready, but they became ready because...
I mean, I wish I would have, you would have think that I would have thrown this question to you. I mean, little Mos Bowls from Tennessee, right? Little young man, wasn't ready, but I didn't want to give him the money for a main reason. The earlier you take in money, the more it costs. And I would have taken, 20, 30, 40, 50% of that young man's business at an early age, right? He's from Tennessee. Chef Shake, he's from Tennessee as well. Now, I did not invest in him personally, but since then I've supported him publicly. I've advised him, from everything from his shrimp burgers all the way to his roasted, beautiful, amazing turkeys and stuff like that. So I do it all the time, because I am a beneficiary of successful people investing with their time or money or energy in me.
Shout out to Chef Shake.
Yeah.
That's right. Shout to Chef Shake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Shake, I'm out here. Hit me up. So, yeah, absolutely.
he's just down the street.
Yeah,
Actually,
he is.
he's
He's
around
right
the
here.
corner.
He opened up a brand new location.
We did his
early-
grand
Right
opening.
around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there you go.
So-
and that man and his wife, amazing people.
Good people, yep.
Absolutely. So, first of all, congratulations because the book is #1 Amazon.
It was #1 on Amazon. I mean, that's
Came
hard.
out
I mean, I'm
only
talking about out of all books.
3
period.
weeks though, right? It's only been 3 weeks.
It's only been 3 weeks since the
and it
book
was
is out.
#1 for 2 days.
#1 2 days on Amazon, but 2 weeks in a row on New York Times.
yeah.
Got to hit up Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, wherever it is. And yeah, we're having a. It's when you put out something like that, you don't know if people are going to resonate with it at all. It's only after it moves, because no matter who I'm supposed to be on the tank, I am still an entrepreneur who came up with an idea who said, I think everybody wants to teach their children this. I don't know.
Right.
I like the book just looking at it because, again, I have an 8-year-old grandson. He'll look at this and want to read it.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is someone that looks like him.
Yeah.
And he got some money in his hand.
Ah,
That's
yeah.
just-
And it's big. It's a big turn page.
I love it.
Yeah.
Little Damon learns to earn.
Yeah,
That's
and it's
right.
awesome. And it's really, when you think about it, I don't think it's really never too young to really get into that conversation. Even if, like for instance, my sister's, she's having twins. They're going to be here in September. But
Congratulations.
starting that conversation between her and her husband about setting their children up, I think it starts between them and then really putting some things in motion even before they're able to really understand what money is.
You know what? We didn't come from legacy wealth as African American and many other people, right? So money was always this kind of taboo. We don't have enough. Don't talk about it. You know what? One day we'll hit the lotto. It doesn't work like that. You have to have an urgency to it, and you have to learn how it works. I mean, and it's not that you're going to learn it one day. If for the last 2 years, if you had a business, well, the IRS gave 100% write-off for restaurants that are related to business. So if you look at that, you go, oh, wow, that's cool, right? Because normally 50%. But if you go to a hotel and you go downstairs to the lobby and you put your hotel key on the bill for the food, well, that's still a 50% write-off because that came from the hotel. You got to take your credit card out separately and pay for it. So how many times you lost thousands of dollars for not even just understanding that little aspect of it? It is something you always have to keep doing. The same way, and a lot of people say, well, as an adult, how do I learn financial intelligence? Well, here's what you do. All those accounts you follow on Instagram for whatever it is, right? To work out, travel, shopping, whatever. Follow 20 accounts you put on there. Don't buy anything from them that aren't aligned with each other. Financial intelligence, Put that in your feed. After about a year, you'll notice that you will slowly, due to the memes and everything else, you will slowly start getting comfortable with it. Don't buy anything. right? Watch Shark Tank, right? Especially when I'm on. And look at Jim Cramer, Mad Money, comes on every day, I think Monday through Friday. That's what saved me. You just want to be in the conversation and slowly jump into it. When somebody says, "Oh, I'll teach it to you. Just give me X amount." You start to run. Right? The information is free. It's out there. Just do it the way you are interested in anything and everything.
Wow. I mean, we're getting this financial knowledge here, and it's amazing.
I'm gonna take his advice. I need to start watching more money.
Yeah, it's, I admit that I don't really watch a whole lot of that, and I think that as our community we really don't, and it's really what we need to do in really order. You can start now. You can start at this point in your life, no matter where you are. Start putting some kind of savings back. It just depends on what you've got and understanding the education and the tools behind it, right?
Yeah, listen, you want to go in the stock market and you're like, man, I'm afraid of that. Here's what I do. I only buy stocks that if they go away, they're going to disrupt my life. Simple as that. And they have a universe around them. So as much as we want to talk about Mark Zuckerberg, well, he has all these platforms. And if he says, I'm going to erase all your pictures for the last 10 years, it's going to be a definite misunderstanding, right? And he's connected to 2 billion people on the planet and everything from WhatsApp to this to that. Well, if that goes away, it's going to disrupt people's lives. I'm going to put 100, 200, 500,000, 10,000, whatever it is. You know what? Apple started off with just these things to play our music. Now, the watch, we have the watch, we have the iPad, we have that universe is not going away, right? And Amazon, what do they have? Whole Foods. You think people are going to start running back to the mall right away? So if Amazon went away, first of all, I'd be able to get out of my house in the morning because my wife's boxes wouldn't be in front of the door. But it would disrupt our lives. And I'll give you one last one. I bought Shopify because everybody says I got a Shopify store. I bought it 5 years for $28. As of 3 years ago, per share, it went up to $1,900 a share. Think about 28 into 1,900. Now, okay, say it's split right now, and we can get into that further, but it's still worth right now around, I would say, around 600, and it's going to keep going back up. So
do you leave it there?
You leave it there. It's
okay.
not, and I made these mistakes. Like I think I invested in Apple in 2002, 2003, and my money doubled. I pulled it out right away. I was Gordon Gekko. I was Wall Street. I'm going to own everything. And now I look at it, and my money would have been worth 30 times that amount. Now, you never get mad at a profit, but I'm really depressed.
Right.
At how much,
I was about to go there. Looking back over, the years, is there a company out there that you had the opportunity to invest into early and you maybe decided not to do it and really wish if you could change that, you would have gone back and done it?
Nah, I technically don't regret it because I got offered some to invest in Uber, but if I would have went into all the investments I would have had, then I opportunities I wouldn't have had anything. You got to go narrow and deep.
Okay.
And I learned from those mistakes.
I was going to say that's what she said.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You said you got to go narrow and deep.
And
He was about to say that's what she said, but I just had to stop him.
So when we're talking about the kids, man.
Yeah.
Nobody asked me why.
That's why he looked at me like.
Nobody asked me why I have nobody asked me why I had a top hat on. I mean, because I know we're in the city of hats. So
I honestly thought it was part of the ensemble.
Because I think it works.
I like it.
I'm not mad at not one bit of it.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you why I have it on, because the little kids don't care about my $10,000 Tom Ford suit I have on Shark Tank. But when I come in there, they can't relate that. When I come in to talk to the little kids with this hat on, they go, "You gonna teach me magic?"
Absolutely.
I'm gonna teach you magic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, here's the magic I'm gonna teach you. An average child now leaving their parents' home at 30 years old. I'm gonna show you how to disappear at 18 because you're gonna make so much money. All right, I'm gonna turn $1 into $3. I'm gonna teach you some magic. So at first, when I was wearing the hat, people were like, "Why you gonna look stupid like that?" No. If I look like this and I'm gonna help your children, my children, I'll dress up any damn way that I want.
Stupid, dumb,
but now,
nice.
I'm so fly though. It don't matter.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody else on the tank, they 4-gallon cats. This is a 10-gallon.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
You should learn like one magic trick though, just to mess them up.
No, I got some.
You got something?
I got some.
Yeah,
I left my equipment at home, but
that's even cooler.
Go ahead. That's what she said. Go ahead.
We're live on YouTube. Someone has a question. Can I ask it?
Yeah, please do.
Hey, I've started a new company with a disruptive brand new insurance product never before offered in the world. My team consists of graduates and professionals from Fisk, Princeton,
and
and Vandy.
Oh, nice.
That's what they wanted to.
Yeah, they just wanted to tell you what they started. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A disruptive brand new insurance product. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is.
Nashville native, if you could expound on that, please, so we could know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so disruptive is great. Don't say brand new. There's nothing new in this world, and that's a great thing. You may make it lighter, faster, stronger, delivered to a new customer, but nothing new in this world. Uber's still, a limousine service. Facebook's a nasty chain letter. The Voice is American Idol. They just turned the chair in American Idol is Showtime at the Apollo. Showtime at the Apollo is the Gong Show. But it's a new form of delivery. So first of all, make sure you say it like that. I like the disruptive part. Don't say it's new.
He said he submitted a provisional patent this past year.
All right. Well, congratulations. We don't know. He's a very poor marketer because we don't know the name of it and or what it does. So why are you working so hard to keep it a secret?
He said he'd love to get a sec to chat with you.
There's a lot of books that I have out there that can give him this knowledge. He can watch me on Facebook and Instagram for free. But if you don't give
if you don't follow Daymond, if you don't follow him on Instagram, I mean, if you want a class in money management, investing, just follow his Instagram. That's all you have to do.
Watch the videos, take notes, literally listen.
But this is key for everybody.
FUBU.
Absolutely. This is key for everybody pitching. It's not about what's in it for you. It's about what's in it for the person on the other side of the table. Now, if he knew that I was maybe on the Petco board and for saving animals' lives, and maybe he said, "Hey, I have an idea. I know you're on the board. You don't need any more money. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to volunteer at the ASPCA for 2 hours a week. Just give me 1 hour a month, and I will do that for you. And then, do you have time for me? Absolutely. See, that line has 7 people outside of it. The other line, hold up, let me talk to you. That has 40,000 people on that line, right?
Yeah.
So it's always about when people pitch you, what's in it for you? Because I'm going to come over these great broadcasters and say, I know you worked all your life, and I know the door's been slammed in your face a million times. Can you do me a favor? Why don't you just tell me how to become successful? What are you talking about? I don't even have enough time to spend with my children.
Right.
So.
Wow. I mean, the knowledge that we just received this morning from successful entrepreneur Daymond John. The brand new book.
This book
is amazing.
Little Damon Learns.
Go get it now. It is sold out in a lot of the Barnes and Nobles and Books. But please call them or order it.
Amazon,
absolutely Amazon, and read it 10 times to your children, and then give it away to another family.
I need that.
Needs it.
I'm gonna read that to Levi. I can't tonight, but I'm gonna order it.
And every amazing celebrity who has a public platform out here, please do me a favor. Take advantage of this opportunity because the nation is changing, and create your own books like that.
Well,
please.
Is there any way that we could get copies for Sunday? Because I am actually doing the Q&A for a New Edition being inducted into the museum on Sunday.
Oh, really?
So
absolutely.
we could get some for
I'm
them,
I'm gonna get a couple out to you. Of course, I'm fortunate enough. I'm going down to do a reading today for My Brother's Keeper for some little young sharks today. I'm not sure about the school's name, but I've been fortunate enough to be on serve for the president, President Obama, and I'm gonna read for them. So we'll get you out some stuff, and let's keep rocking.
This
awesome.
Has been one of the best interviews ever.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And I've been asked 2 questions I've never been asked before. Not what's the best product in Shark Tank? What do you look for?
No, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being actually thinking outside the box.
We do. Daymond John in the building this morning. Thank you so much. You're welcome to come back anytime.
I feel rich being in here. Though.
I know. I feel a lot richer now. I feel a lot richer.
You feel like you need to get your life.
Yeah, it's like
together, man.
The saying that you surround yourself with people that are more successful than you.
I feel it.
Do you?
You absolutely. You got to walk in the room
energy.
like you're the dumbest person in the room. A lot of people don't know my history. I grew up in Hollis, Queens, and they made the story Belly about my best friend. I would leave the room when he's starting to do that type of stuff. But I grew up with 2 other kids, too. I grew up with a kid named Hype Williams and another guy named Irv Gotti. We were all 13, 14 years old, going on tours with the Fat Boys and LL Cool J and all that, and a really great time with the 50th year and 50th anniversary of hip-hop. So my friends were all big dreamers, right? And it was around that we would always just go and say, how can we be better at what we love? And that created who we are because we were just around people that were positive. We were all thinking about moving up. A lot of our friends died or went to jail because they were part of Supreme Team or various other things. We stayed away from them because we were like, we respect what you want to do with your life. I got to be around people who are helping me, that we're having conversations with. So.
Wow. Little Damon Learns to Earn. Go get that book wherever you get your books, wherever you purchase them. Go get that book.
Man.
Are you going to do a seminar here soon? I mean, I know you have before, but
I thought we just did one.
I
thought so too.
It's like you need more. I'm like, I'm not done.
Plenty of questions.
I'm finna go
But follow
dig.
him on Instagram.
Yes, follow him on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
At the Shark Damon, like Raymond with a D.
Yep.
What were you saying, Sean? Were you trying to shout out? Podcast. Oh yeah, we got a new podcast coming out. We'll talk about that. On my stories and all that.
Yeah,
good
that
stuff, man.
moment with Damon John.
That moment with Damon John, and so I'll be taking celebrities down a path, but more like everybody here in this room and listening now. What I dig deeper with the celebrities. I go, where were you when this song came out, and what were you thinking during the hardest time of your life? I remember when I was on that soul machine, I was thinking about rising to the top. That one day I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna make it. So it's a really good podcast where we dig deep about and ask the tough questions like you did.
You know what I think you should do?
What's that?
You should do a reality show and get somebody that is successful and looking rich, whatever,
Yeah.
and dig into them, or get somebody that's like a normal everyday Joe and make them successful by giving them the tools and having them follow it
Like Trey.
like for a year. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it needs to be like a year or 2
like a
years,
year.
something
And
like
say
that.
Where back that would be
And
amazing.
I think you should do it here on your show. Bring them in now and show them where they're at a year or 2 years later. See, I work with this really, really tough individual called Mickey Mouse. I'm on ABC. He's not gonna let me do other things. He'd be like, "Yo, what you doing, homeboy?"
Disney, they got contracts.
Right.
Is all that money that you offer yours?
Oh, absolutely. Listen, if it wasn't,
just wondering.
I'd give to everybody. My cousin Pookie be on there. Yo, Pookie, you got $1 million.
That is awesome.
I mean, I've always wanted to know. That's, is this all their money?
That's why you get those pictures are hour long. You only see 8 minutes, but that's why you get such of a reaction from the Sharks because it's our own money, and you don't know how many times people have taken that money and bought cars and paid bills with them, but we don't say anything. Right, so that's why you get the what are you gonna, and you get that kind of like because it's really. If it was everybody else's money, ABC money, I'd be like, yo, man, what you need?
That's what I was wondering.
Yo, hold
If it
that,
was,
hold
like,
that. Hey,
y'all splitting
take that,
it, or-
homeboy, and give me a little something in the back of that. So
Yeah.
it's our
I
own
was
money.
really happy and shocked when I saw Kevin Hart when he first got on there. I
Yeah.
was like, Kevin has got enough money to be a shark.
Oh no, Kev, good.
He's doing.
Kevin's good.
He's doing
He's
it.
doing all
He
right.
admitted some things on James Corden. So
I mean, I think
like
he's doing
how much
I
he
think
made.
I think he's
off
probably doing
of-
30 or 40 million a year
Yeah.
in his pocket.
Yeah, he said even more so for Jurassic Park,
Jur-
the second
no-
one.
Oh no, Jumanji.
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 Yeah, the second one. He said, I just got a little at the beginning. He said, but
Yeah.
over time
Yeah.
is where he's gotten it so far. And so far, he's made like $30 million.
Yo,
off
Kev,
of that
let
one
me hold
movie.
something. Yo, Kev.
Right. Let's all hold something. Ladies and gentlemen, Damon John in the building. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
I thought we was just talking.
Yeah, thank you. We're gonna wrap this up. But you guys follow him on Facebook, on Instagram. Follow him. This
Shark
man,
Damon.
he's got everything you need to know to keep your finances
He
together.
part of the hip hop community too.
That's right.
That's what I.
Are you going to be, Past the Mic is happening, I think July 12th, the 50, celebrating the 50 years of hip hop out there at the Apollo?
I don't know because
And
I'm
all
going to
the
be doing
heavy old school.
various of those things. But what I have done is booked 3 day for the 3 years in a row. I booked Apollo for 2 days for something called Black Entrepreneurs Day. And matter of fact, I think the person with the insurance company can apply Black Entrepreneurs Day. We give away $250,000 to black businesses, and I interview people. I've had Michael Strahan, Run DMC, and Venus Williams on there, and we interview them and talk about the mistakes they made in life with their money. And I mean, when you think about it, I was a kid in the 80s looking at the Apollo. And then in the 90s, I stood outside of the Apollo and sold shirts and hats. In 2000, I was able to get a seat in the Apollo. And now I'm able to book the Apollo 2 days in a row and give that platform to the next Damon John, who will be bigger and better than I ever will be. So God is good, and I'm part of all these type of initiatives. So
are these people open to you? Like, are they an open book? Do they open up to you?
Oh, they can't.
Or are you an intimidator to where they're like,
no, they can't go on. You mean the celebrities, right?
Yes.
No. They come because they want to deliver. You know, Shaq told us about FICA. He didn't know what it was when he got his first $1 million and how he blew it, right?
He said it was $20 million. He got his check. It was 10.
Yeah, and he didn't know what to do with it. So yeah, they go on there knowing they're going to be vulnerable, but because we see too many times, we grew up in a community where we're like, it's good, we're good, because we have to do that, right? We had to have a hard shell for the challenges we have externally and internally. These people come on there to show that. And Spike Lee. So I've had a lot of amazing people. And by the way, we're nominated for a Webby. So 2 Webbies, actually. Wow. And if you don't know what that is, that's kind of like an Emmy of the show. Please go on and vote for us if you can. If you go on my site, because I want to still keep giving away. We're now going to be giving away up to $1 million at this point. Wow. I want to keep giving away to our community. And we don't take any ownership in the company. It's free money. Free. So.
And a lot of people don't know about that free money.
No.
Yeah.
A lot of us.
No, a lot of us don't know.
Well, because they think like all of us, when every time there's free money in this country, we never get it.
Yeah.
Right? I promise you, I'm going to deliver it, and I have all those people that have gotten, the free money from us.
Jeez.
Wow.
I need this book.
Yeah.
First of all, because I promise Levi would love that book.
All right. Well, we're going to send them out to you, and I really appreciate you opening your doors to me, because I think we called you a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, it was like
we were in town, and you were like, we got you.
Yeah, we locked up about 5:30 this morning. But
there you go.
Hey, whenever you come in town, you're always welcome. Always welcome.
And I will be back, because I enjoy this conversation. Any kind of content I can give you to give out to your people to make them just a little bit smarter today than they were yesterday.
That's what we
That's
need.
what we love.
Call us first. As soon as you get in the airport,
bit,
be like 92Q, I'm in the city.
All right, we got
you can hear us in the airport too. If you're
sure
listening
can.
to the speakers.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Damon John in the studio. It's 92Q.